there's not much to say about this game. The Heat did what they were supposed to do. The Sixers did what they were expected to do. And now the Heat are 1-0 against an Embiid Sixers. So, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. Gotta confirm that date with the Milwaukee Bucks in the conference finals.
Erwin, you cannot confirm a date when it's only been one game in the series.
I am very confident, man, because, you know, shit, just like, you know, like, you don't see a long-term future after a first date, like 10 minutes, man. I don't see a long-term future with this first date with the 76ers.
Are you talking about every girl you've gone out with, or?
Yeah, I guess so, man, but yeah, that's another topic for another day. But
I think you're gonna have a witty comeback for that.
Nah, unfortunately not.
Too
man.
close to home. My bad.
No. When it comes to my dating life, it's pretty damn close to Ben Simmons. It's that bad. I mean, well, maybe I'm exaggerating.
Oh, Ben Simmons made it to the NBA, so it can't be that bad.
I mean,
I think your dating life is more of a. Fuck, I forgot his name right now. The guy who, this short dude who just who's about to go into the NBA drafted for 2022 supposedly.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I know. I don't know how I just blanked out on his name. We all know his. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
McPherson or
no, man, the fucking little anger management Hispanic dude. Fucking.
Whatever.
You guys know who I'm talking about. He has the overtime show. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't matter. Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
It's a shit show. That's what we're trying to say.
That is what we're trying. Oh, Julian Newman. There we go. You know who I'm talking about?
No shit.
We all know who I'm talking about.
Julian Newman.
But
who?
But all right, back to actually sticking with disasters. We have the Sixers, who, give them some credit, at the end of the second quarter, they got that lead for the first time in the game, and I was like, and I was talking shit to Erwin. Hey, watch out.
And like I said, hey, the Heat just had a bad second quarter. Credit to Doc Rivers, he did use that zone in the second quarter, and for parts of the end of the third quarter, it seemed like that was giving some issues to the Miami Heat. But at the end of the day, the better team won today, and it's like kind of scary because I know Embiid's out, but come on, man. Like, the point guard for the Heat is out too, Kyle Lowry. I know it doesn't I'm not comparing Embiid and Lowry either.
But Kyle, man.
That was a horrible fit.
What the fuck were you wearing?
Yeah, that's
today,
that's another shit show.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's the Met Gala today, and this guy decides to go dressed as a golf dad at fucking the Heat game, and it was just like nothing wrong with golf fits, but like this one was just, you guys can see it here. It was just terrible, man.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that again, Kyle. Like, I'm gonna have to try you on that one because that shit was just terrible.
Terrible.
And almost as terrible, or actually just as terrible as James Harden's performance in this game.
I mean,
which, you know what was even worse than James Harden's performance?
It wasn't terrible, man.
It was terrible.
Nah.
For you know what was worse though? Yeah. Kendrick Perkins' take on this game. You know what he said?
What'd he say?
He said, watch out, y'all. James Harden is going to have a memorable, historic game performance for Game 1 in Miami. He's going to bring it home in Miami. Watch out. All this bullshit.
Perkins,
and this guy didn't even score 20 points.
Kendrick Perkins doesn't even shut the fuck up. You should have just stuck with like, yo, you better watch out with the dogs from South Dade, like that type of shit.
He did. He said the Dade County Goons.
Yeah, there he hit, but from there on out, man, that guy was just swinging and missing, man. I'm like, jeez, man. I'm like, come on, man.
I mean, he just does it for entertainment, man.
I feel you.
I'll give it to Kendrick, man. He found his little cranny, his little niche, his little corner,
and I was kind of
he stuck with it.
I was kind of surprised it was like that because looking at Kendrick Perkins, like in his NBA career, I'm like, he had like, I thought I had RBF, resting bitch face. I'm like, damn, Kendrick Perkins looks scary as fuck.
He always looks serious.
But I'm like, damn, man, you guys are funny. Okay, but
yeah, when he first started broadcasting, I was like, oh,
damn, okay.
Kendrick's mad cool, yeah. And he's mad funny. He's mad lighthearted and like mad, he's got a very light personality.
But anyways, man, let's dial it back to the game that we're reacting.
You guys see how we're talking about so many other things other than this game? It's because if you didn't watch this game, you missed nothing. No. Like I said in the cold open, it was the same shit that we all expected. The Heat are the better overall team, whether they have Embiid or not, but especially without Embiid, vastly superior than the Sixers. They're in home court, so that doesn't help. And then James Harden is choke Harden once again. Doc Rivers is choke Rivers once again.
Nah.
And that's exactly what we got. Tyler is once again Tyler Hero, so that was a good thing. And I think moving forward, hopefully this, not just in this series, but moving forward after this series, because I am on Irwin's side on this one. I highly believe, I have vast confidence that the Heat are going to win the series, and then they're going to take that fat ass L against Milwaukee. But
absolutely.
I'll just keep it real for the Bucks.
I'm not keeping it real. Fuck y'all fans, like the Bucks. We have a
bro. You can be a Heat fan, just how I am, but if you got to provide objective takes.
Hey, okay, yes.
And I'm providing objective takes, guys. Okay. You guys got Giannis. Y'all got chemistry. Y'all repeating champs. I'll give it to you guys.
We'll see.
Now, I'm not saying that he can't win.
They definitely can win.
But it's like
they definitely can win.
65-70% Bucks, 35-30% Heat. That's my take.
More like 60% Bucks, 55% Bucks, 40-45% Heat. But you're saying like the Bucks are the Golden State Warriors with KD, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, four-headed. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. No, they're not.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. And if Chris Middleton comes back. And Poppin' Portis.
Drew Holiday's not a superstar. He's like a borderline all-star at best.
I say he was. He's a star.
Middleton, star and closer. I give him that.
Yeah.
Giannis is the only superstar. Like no doubt about it. He'd have like four people
he's the greatest player in the world right now. I'm gonna have to give him that.
All right. Sorry, Sixers fans. Like I know I'm being mad disrespectful, like talking about that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Let's do some BTD. Right. Let's do some BTD stats times on what went on.
All right, look here, folks. We got the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo doing what we wanted him and expected him to do.
Finally being fucking aggressive.
24 points plus 26 on the floor, 1 block, 2 steals, 4 assists, 12 rebounds, 8 of 8 from free throw, 8 of 10 field goal.
Player of the game.
Jimmy Butler, 15 points plus 2 on the floor, 2 steals, 3 assists, 9 rebounds, 4 of 4 from free throw, 1 of 4 from the 3, 5 of 16 from field goal.
Shot like ass.
PJ Tucker actually stepped up in this game with 10 points plus 9 on the floor, 1 assist, 7 rebounds, 2 of 4 from the 3, 4 of 9 from field goal.
Those corner threes were clutch. We needed those corner threes from him.
And what I love is Gabe Vincent also put up double digits. 10 points plus 1 on the floor, 3 assists, 1 steal.
The shot like ass from 3.
3 rebounds, 3 assists. 1 free throw. 1 of 7 from the 3. And 4 of 12 from field goal. And Max Strus.
Shot like ass too.
He did shoot like ass. He was 1 of 7 from the 3. But, as you guys can see there, he was plus 27 on the floor. And that's something... Plus and minus is like hit or miss sometimes, but this one's a big hit because he only had 5 points and 5 rebounds. But if you watch the game, Max Strus, he's like a little Draymond Green, man. Like he does a lot of things on the floor that may not show up on the stat sheet, but are influential in the game overall. And on top of that, he does a lot of things when he does have a good game that do show up on the stat sheet because he's a 3-point. I don't know if we can call him a 3-point monster yet, but he's a 3-point hit man.
He's a sniper.
He's consistent, yeah. He can develop into a 3-point monster.
Man, I think he already is, man.
But look at that. That's what makes him so good, especially for the price that he's he's got to be one of the best values in the NBA right now.
Man, fucking bargain.
And then we ended off with Tyler Hero, MVP,
boy.
Baby Go, whatever you want to call him. 25 points, plus 4 on the floor, 7 assists, 1 rebound, 3 of 3 from free throw, 4 of 6 from the 3, 9 of 17 from field goal. And he was just doing everything on the floor. Like he was shooting up shots, taking it in, passing it around. Like it was just, this was one of those marquee Tyler games.
It's about
still
time.
Not one of those of like, you know, Bubble Tyler where he like fucking goes insane, but it's close. I think for me these are the type of games that I expect from Tyler Hero in the next few years as a given, like 20 plus points, 5 plus assists, maybe 5 plus rebounds or 3 plus rebounds. Somewhere around those lines is where I think Tyler can settle in and be a consistent player in that stat category.
Absolutely.
And now moving on to the losers. Maxey. Let's start off with Maxey because he was still doing his thing, but overall he was a minus 25 on the floor, but he did put up 19 points, 2 assists, 6 of 6 from free throw, 1 of 6 from the 3, 6 of 15 from field goal. James Harden, 16 points, -8 on the floor, 5 turnovers, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, 4 of 4 from free throw, 2 of 7 from 3, 5 of 13 from field goal. Excuse me. And Tobias Harris, 27 points, -25 on the floor, 3 turnovers, 1 block, 1 assist, 6 rebounds, 4 of 5 from free throw, 1 of 4 from 3, 11 of 18 from field goal.
Tobias had a great game. It's just, man, for the Sixers, man, like especially towards the end of the game, they look gassed.
Harden.
No, not even Harden, man. They just look gassed.
Got to do better.
Nah,
they did look gassed. The commentators brought it up several times.
They look gassed, man.
And I think they were gassed because they are in Sobe. And
that's not even. It's not even that. It's just the Miami Heat, man. Like that type of defense they play, man. It's draining.
But dude, I'll bet money that for a couple of these players, including James Harden, that Miami location played into effect to their fatigue and laziness tonight. I bet money that James was out there tonight. I mean, last night.
He'll be out there tonight.
Last night. He'll definitely be out there. Which is another sad thing, bro. Like, you got a game 2 coming up in a few days. Like,
maybe.
How many times have you been to Miami at this point? You know, you're a 30-something-year-old. You've had money since you were in your young 20s. Like, I'm sure you've had enough of Miami. Like,
no.
Take a rest and fucking focus on your squad.
I think he might take a rest, man. It's the playoffs. It's different. It's not a regular.
I bet you he's either at a house party or a club tonight.
You know they play on Wednesday.
Getting rid of these wolves. Yeah. I know. That's what I said in a few days.
That'd be fun.
You think Harden is that responsible? I'm sorry. I'm not the biggest believer in Harden's what's the word? Restrictive self. There you go.
No, he's a grown-ass man. I think he'll do it. But anyways, man,
this man was fucking with Baby and Dirk and everybody. Late night studio sessions before practices in the morning. You gonna tell me that's a response? And this was already when he was in his late 20s.
And they'll still drop 40.
If you're still doing that in your late 20s, like, come on,
dude. Still drop 40 on your ass.
Yeah. Doesn't matter in a regular fucking season game.
All right. But anyways, based on everything that we saw,
you guys can tell I'm not the biggest James Harden fan. I've been saying he's the most overrated fucking player since like 2015, 16, 17 is when I was like set. Like this guy and Russell Westbrook. Overrated. Man. Now I'm waiting to see who from the next wave of players who's gonna be that overrated POS.
Ja.
You want to take this outside right now?
Catch me outside. Anyways,
it might end up being LaMelo, man. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm a believer of LaMelo. If you've been following long enough,
starting to get that feeling too.
It's not looking good. Yeah, it's not looking good for that young buck.
No, I think it's Zion. Might be Zion.
Oh, Zion for sure, man. I'm sorry, Zion is the most overrated fucking
piece of
until
shit.
He proves me wrong.
Yo,
I was trying to refrain. He's fat piece of shit.
Hey, before y'all attack me, man, I'm a fat piece of shit too, so I can definitely say he's fucking a fat piece of shit, man. It's just like so.
It's like when a Hispanic can make Hispanic jokes, Asians can make Asian,
yeah, exactly. Asian, yeah. Anyways, we saw the stats, we saw the game. What do you think? What would be
takeaways from this game?
Yeah, not takeaways.
No takeaways. The same shit that I've been thinking the same time. I think for most people, we've been thinking this entire time.
Predictions for the series, like how you think this is gonna go?
One of my predictions for the series is that James Harden is gonna get ripped a new one by every single media member tomorrow and for the rest of the series moving forward until he shuts people up. And even when he has one great game, say he has a great game in game 2 or game 3, it's still not gonna be enough. It's at this point, it's like I think we can all agree James Harden's part of his brand is underwhelming performer in pressured games.
Okay, got you. How many games who you got winning the series?
I think this is Heat in 5 now.
Heat in 5.
I think they'll take one more. Like I think like Sixers take one in Philly. Maybe. I honestly look, man, unless Embiid comes back, I have a hard time believing that they take 2 games. And then I would, like I said, I can't even say expect, to be honest, but I hope / expect, it's a little bit of both, that because I would also like to see it for James Harden to have a popping game, along with Harris or Maxey, just one of the other two guys. Doesn't have to be both guys. And those two of them having great games can lift, OW past the Heat.
I'm gonna slightly disagree.
He's gonna be sweet.
No.
I was
despite,
really high on that Heat train.
No, I'm not. Despite Embiid being out, they're optimistic. The Sixers, it was coming out of their Twitter that they think that he can come back by sometime in the middle, late, and at the end of the week. Game 3, Game 4.
I wouldn't do it.
And look, man, it's the playoffs, man. And despite
it doesn't matter.
And despite the fact of not having Embiid, the Sixers are hanging right in there, and they were giving problems to the Miami Heat with a fairly full strength Miami Heat.
Not really.
Yeah,
man.
they
He
were
were just slipping up doing Heat shit how they've been doing, which is what the Bucks are going to. How do you say it? Expose that weakness. That's what they were doing in the second quarter. Just typical Heat fuck ups. So I don't even think like it's gonna happen in almost a lot of Heat games.
But anyways, assuming Embiid comes back,
one game,
I'm gonna have it Heat.
I wouldn't put Embiid back. Why would you put Embiid back?
If the doctors, if the doctors clear
if
him,
they're down 3 games, say they
2-0,
lose again
2-0.
in Miami, and then he comes back in Game 4. I don't think he'll come back in Game 3.
Game 3,
because I've read
if
that
he's gonna come back in
bad.
Game 3.
That's what they said.
If he'll come back, it won't make any sense.
I don't think he's coming back.
It won't make any sense for him to come back if they're down 3-0.
Well, okay, that's what I'm saying.
No,
I don't think he's coming back in Game 3.
I think he will.
Even if it's 2-0, like depending on how bad these games go down for the Sixers. I mean, we already have Game 1. Longevity wise, just keep Embiid healthy. There's no reason to risk him for a playoff run this year. Long term, you always go for the long term, especially when you got a caliber player. Embiid is arguably top 3, 4, at least top 5 player in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
You got a top 5 player in your franchise, you take care of him like a little baby. Kind of like what the Pelicans are doing with Zion, but he's not even top 20.
But if you have doctors that you're paying, hundreds of thousands, millions to look after your team, and they clear him, you're not gonna play him.
Millions, bro.
I know they're paying good money.
They're paying good money,
I think one of our boys is a doctor. He's about to make some good money.
So it's like shit.
Nah, he's just becoming a resident, so he's tanking right now.
Yeah, he is.
He's drowning in debt.
It sounds like Spain without the S. But anyways,
but, okay, even when you get the doctors okay, you just you feel it out. Like Kawhi.
I say
wouldn't you rather rest it out? You're better safe than sorry.
You're in the playoffs.
Doctor tells you you're hurt when you can go back in the game. You're gonna go back in the game?
If it's a fucking playoffs, yeah, you have a chance to win a championship.
That's how you know Irvin would fuck up any contract you would have as an NBA player.
All right. At least I'll be in the NBA and be a bitch and be like, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to win the championship. I'm this close to winning the championship.
Nah, I would want to win the championship. That's why long term I'll be like, okay, I got this dumbass player in James Harden. He's not gonna help me win, so I'm going to take this year's rest and then come back next year, leave Philadelphia, and that's another topic for another day. But I called it from day one. I'm telling y'all right now what was gonna happen.
Anyways, I say Heat in 5, probably 6. It all depends on Embiid.
Philly fans get used to this James Harden performance because when Embiid leaves, this is who you guys are gonna be stuck with, and it's gonna be a James Harden, Murray show. Daryl Morey show. My bad.
Anyways, speaking about Sixers fans, I know we really didn't talk about too much about the Sixers, and it was a lot of disrespect. But I would like to hear your thoughts of what do you think of what's going on.
I know Philly's personality because I watch a lot of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's like this dude. That's sarcasm, by the way.
Satire. Nice.
But what was I gonna say? Damn, you just threw me off. Knowing how Philly fans are from the outside perspective, they're kind of like me, at least, because I'm very self-critical of the things that I love. Like, I'm very self-critical of the Heat, very self-critical of musicians, artists that I love. So I know Philly fans will bring it in the comments, guys. Like, keep it real, come on, for real, and just lash out. This is a safe space. I know you guys have a lot of shit to talk about. Harden, whoever else you want to tag, even Danny Green, Doc, Just go off. We'll have a great conversation.
I'm gonna lash out here. I'm gonna do a preemptive strike on your asses right now. Y'all were talking that mad shit about Jimmy Butler when he came down here. It was like, oh, he's not gonna do shit. He came in here to retire. He should have stayed in Philadelphia.
Man. Erwin, come on though, keep it real. When Jimmy Butler came down,
I was hyped. Hey man, fucking stop.
I was excited, but at this nobody thought the Heat were gonna become this version of the Heat when he came down. Be honest, man. When he came down, I was like, oh, cool. This is great. It doesn't move the needle for us like that.
No.
And then we got a little lucky because we drafted Tyler and Bam, who ended up becoming real threats, and then we started getting real good pieces around them. We got a little lucky, man. You can't say we didn't get a little lucky.
We did get a little lucky, but first class.
It did seem like Jimmy was just trying to, be in Miami.
Yeah, but the difference is we're not a dumpster fire organization. We're a first class organization.
Underestimate that a little.
First class organizations always find a way to go back up from the ashes. But anyways, man,
true. Look at the Warriors today.
Exactly, first class organization.
Keep your eye on Toronto for the next few years. I'm telling y'all.
Yes, sir. But anyways, guys. Appreciate all the love and the hate. You guys already know. Sixers fans for real. It is a safe haven. Like, talk your shit. I just wanted to let that out. See? Because BTD is kind of like therapy for... Anyways. Anyways. You guys already know. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
In the next game reaction, guys, Erwin will rant even some more on his therapeutical thoughts.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm definitely going to lash out with the Bucks.
If you guys have any questions for Erwin or I, especially Erwin, leave them in the comments below.
Yeah, there's no stupid questions.
Shit, man, that's gonna be crazy. Someone's gonna ask some wild questions.
I mean, there might, but we'll see. Anyways, we'll catch you guys soon. For now, later.
Take care.